The Isle of Man government has committed to achieving net zero emissions from electricity by 2050 as part of its overall net zero target. And we also have an interim target for electricity to help us achieve that, which is to source 75% of our electricity from renewable sources by 2035. So that's a really ambitious target because that's changing completely how we are generating electricity. At the moment, we have very fossil fuel based energy on the Isle of Man, and we're looking to do something that's a lot more greener to help us with our transition. So as well as the challenge for climate change and the climate change transition, we also have another challenge, and that's because as other sectors start to decarbonise, they will require more electricity to supply them. So things like electric heating or electric vehicles will require electricity and greater electricity to help support them. That means that we're also expecting our electricity demand to increase. So at the moment, the highest demand that we see each year tends to be around 75 megawatts. And by 2050, our research and analysis is showing that this is likely to rise to 130 megawatts, which is roughly double our current capacity. So we've just launched the Climate Change Consultation Plan, which will look at the actions we're going to take over the next 5 years. And this links in for electricity with the work we've done over the past few months with our expert consultants, Ove Arup. And their work's really important because they've been able to utilise a lot of financial modelling as well as network modelling and utilise the expertise from across the Isle of Man. So things like the network implications have been taken into account, and that's really important because that level of nuance often gets missed when people look at energy and look at a lot of interesting things that they could be done, specifically with renewables. So that work has now been complete, and they've given us 3 scenarios which are cost effective and in line with the energy trilemma that we've discussed in other posts. And they've also given us an additional 2 options that look at what the effect of increasing the amount of renewables on the Isle of Man are in terms of cost and also damage to the environment. And that is really important. We've touched on this before, but it isn't just about climate change energy. It's also about other aspects of the environment and making sure that we don't damage our local ecosystems as part of this transition.